Yuval Noah Harari once stated, Homo sapiens have no natural rights, just as spiders, hyenas, and chimpanzees have no natural rights. But don't tell that to our legal systems. Spielberg extrapolates this idea in War of the Worlds, where science fiction serves as a vehicle to challenge our ideas of superiority and human exceptionalism. Spielberg highlights the fragility of our dominance through the ironic twist of fate that places Western society in the place of the colonized. The collapse of Western dominance is mirrored through the character of Rey, whose transformation from a complacent, disengaged father to a humbled protector reflects humanity's shift from hubris to humility. We get the first hint of humanity's shift to humility in the opening scene.
No one would have believed in the early years of the 21st century.
Morgan Freeman's narration states that no one would have believed, highlighting humanity's arrogance in the assumptions that we are alone, we are safe, and we're superior. His line exposes our own complacency, because as a society, we often see ourselves as untouchable. Additionally, Spielberg superimposes Earth over a droplet of water to visually transform our perception of humanity from dominant rulers to small and fragile beings within the vast cosmic universe.
Rachel, shut up, Rachel!
Our main character, Rey, is initially presented as emotionally disengaged and complacent, sporting a dysfunctional relationship between him and his kids.
You're an asshole. Hate coming here. Why you act like such a dick?
Spielberg frames Rey in the broken window to create a visual metaphor for the fractured relationship with his son.
Not how you're going to get through to him. If you want him to listen to you,
What are you? Your mother? Or mine?
This tension carries on into the next reaction between Rey and his daughter, where his self-interest shuts down Rachel's genuine attempt to give him advice. The arrival of the tripods inverts the traditional colonial dynamic. The film draws implicit parallels to the historical experience of colonized peoples. The aliens arrive without warning, assert dominance through technology, and decimate local populations with complete disregard for human life. The Spielbergian technique of long takes denies the audience any respite from the carnage, and amplifies the shock of each death, all of which forcing the audience to confront how quickly human technology, power, and security can crumble. Through the lens of science fiction, Spielberg transforms a human social order, establishing an invasion that will catalyze Rey into confronting his shortcomings as a father. Spielberg makes it clear that the social transformation of the world is complete, as all faith in the military collapses when even our most modern tanks, missiles, and guns fail. In the scene, we're colonized, and our resistance is futile. Spielberg employs wide shots to fully convey the total devastation, reinforcing the colonizer versus colonized dynamic. As the tripod rises from the flames, we see it shadowed against Rey holding Rachel, symbolizing how the transformation of society has directly caused the transformation of Rey. He becomes more willing to take a more active approach in his parenting, taking the role of a protector. Rey and his daughter escape from the slaughter. It's here in Ogilvy's basement where we see Rey's transformation reach its climax. Trapped in a dark, cramped space, the handheld camera and dark lighting mirrors Rey's conflicted emotions as he faces his true duty as a father. As Ogilvy's regressing mental state becomes a threat to Rachel's safety, Rey is forced to make a reluctant decision to murder him.
And watch your boat from a high mountain and sail far.
The diegetic sound of Rachel singing and the tense score emphasizes Rey's complete disconnection from complacency and morality. Still trying to fight the aliens, Ogilvy's death represents the end of blind faith in human dominance, the final shred of hubris. It marks the last step in Rey's transformation and mirrors humanity's broader shift from arrogance to humility. Spielberg's use of science fiction in War of the Worlds is truly innovative. Subverting our expectation for the triumph of humanity, he instead uses it to craft the perfect scenario to critique human exceptionalism and Western complacency. Spielberg parallels society's shift from hubris to humility through a close exploration of a complacent and self-interested father, whose redemption acts as a microcosm for the humbling of humanity. Spielberg invites us to confront our own assumptions about humanity, reflecting a powerful message regarding the fragility of our way of life and provoking thought about whether we truly are as powerful as we think we are.